So let's check the kingpins and cross pins on this old vintage bus. So this is a digging bar, but I'm going to be using it today as a pry bar. And then I have a piece of 2x4, an air-controlled bottle jack. You can use a normal one if you'd like. And then the piece of plywood is to go underneath the bottle jack because I am on the dirt. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the bottle jack underneath the bus in the appropriate location. Now, if you do not have a user's manual to find out where these locations are, the best place to usually put a bottle jack is going to be in a reinforced area like this one here, which you have 2 plates of steel. You can see here the previous owner jacked up right on this single sheet of 1/4-inch thick steel and it bent it inward. Now with the bottle jack set in position, we're going to go and air it up. As you can see, our tire is completely suspended off of the ground. Now for this next step, you're gonna need a partner. What you're gonna do is wedge this tool underneath the tire, and you really want this block here, the 2x4, within a few inches of the tire so that you have good prying leverage. So I'm just gonna stick the pry bar underneath the tire, and then we're just gonna lift with a decent amount of force. So the reason why we're using such a long bar is that enables us to use a little less force. If we use something that was only 2 feet long, we'd probably have to have a person standing on this. But with this, I can have my wife come out here and help me.
Probably not. I don't think I'm this way. There it goes.
There you go. All right.
Whole body.
All right. So now that Jenny's got good motion here, if you listen, you can hear it clunking around in there. So we're going to crawl underneath and see what it looks like. So you can see you've got some shifting right here on this joint. And it looks like a little bit of shifting up there. Now these are the cross pins on an Eagle bus. So both of these pins are probably in need of bushings. And usually if you got to replace the bushings, that means your cross pins are no good either. Now right here's your kingpin location, so we're going to check that real quick. So if you look right there, you can see it kind of shifting around. And then up here on top. So the kingpin might be able to be fixed with just simple shims. We won't know what the cross pins are going to need until we take the service caps off.